Hi friends. If you click to check out the new Natasha Denona bronze collection, then please keep on watching. Hi, my name's Alicia. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. And if you are returning, well, thank you for visiting me again. Kinkysweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a fitness professional who loves things all movement and beauty. If you want to check out what I do in between the makeups, you can head over to my Instagram. Highly anticipated, as when I saw the leaks, I was very excited. I know bronze has been done over and over again. More bronze, more neutral, more browns. I don't care. Whenever Natasha Denona releases a new curation of shades, I need to be a part of it. I collect her eyeshadow palettes. I have many of them. And while I understand many of you might be concerned with dupes in her own collection, I'm sure you could recreate the looks and have dupes for the shades included in this palette in your collection, especially if you're into singles, if you're into a lot of indie brands, or just have a lot of makeup in general. So in this video, we will swatch both the eyeshadow palette and the new face and cheek palette. I also have the new glosses. We'll make comparisons. I have her previous cheek palettes here next to me, as well as quite a few of her eyeshadow palettes to compare the shades found in the bronze eyeshadow palette. I'm not going to do each and every comparison, fam, because that will take me forever to edit, and I want to get this video up in a timely fashion. So if you don't mind that, hope you understand. And all timestamps will be down below if you care to jump over to a specific portion of the video. Right now, these products are available on natashadenona.com, sephora.com, and beautylish.com, where I bought my collection from because I knew it would get here fast, and did it ever. Coming to US stores June 29th, and for the UK, online and in stores July 10th for Selfridges, Harrods, Cult Beauty, Feel Unique, and Look Fantastic. For Sephora Australia and Sephora New Zealand, online June 30th and in stores July 1st. And for Southeast Asia, we're looking online and in stores for June 30th. Hopping on to the Beautylish site to get some product details on this baby. This palette retails for $65. Third of her new midi size or new mini size palette for the 15 pan format, as she has released before Sunrise, which was her premiere size, and then followed by Love palette. This is the third in her mini series. I say mini because the shadow pans are much smaller than the ones found in, let's say, her traditionally formatted 15 pans. So this is the gold palette, and this is the bronze one right next to it. I think that is a more approachable price point, considering that her original 15 panners retailed for, I believe it was like $120, $128, $125. So if a consumer had a specific budget and they really wanted to try Natasha Denona, or maybe they just didn't want all those shadows with the bigger pans, they can definitely check out this size. This copper box is just too much. It's so beautiful, I'm keeping it. We're looking at a suggested shelf life of 24 months, and oh, this product is made in Italy. The total net weight is 19.25 grams of product, or 0.67 ounces of product. So that equals to about 1.28 grams of product for each pan. An essential addition to your summer makeup bag, the bronze eyeshadow palette by Natasha Denona features brand new, oh, there are no duplicates according to this, highly pigmented bronze, gold, brown, and neutral shades that blend effortlessly. The range of textures from creamy mattes to shifting duochromes and metallic, you can create sun-kissed summer eye looks, perfect for any bronzed babe. Oh my goodness. This palette is shiny, so beautifully mirrored. And then the back, you have the pinholes, so you can customize these as you see fit because the frame is magnetic, and you could switch around the pans however you like, given that they are the same size. And here it is. Oh, look at this beautiful layout of shades. And I love that the shade names are under each pan. I just love the black frame, and again, magnetic, so you could customize. It is truly a sight to behold. So beautiful. I know this hand is my only bronze hand, but look, I could be a hand model for this palette. True copper, warm copper with the metallic finish. Oh my goodness me. We're off to a great start. Suntan, a warm terracotta brown with a matte finish. Ooh. Sundown, sunset yellow with a matte finish. Deep dive, deep brown pressed pigment with a matte finish. Oh my goodness me. That is, wow. I think this is the only creamy matte formula she has in this palette. Like, she has a lot in Metropolis, a lot in Biba, but oh my goodness me, this shade, excuse me, rhodium, warm silver purple with a duochrome finish. Oh, that is interesting. I love that. What a cool shade. Oh my gosh. Magma, rich red umber with a matte finish. You can definitely detect more red, more terracotta here. Interesting to see how they will look on the eye if there are some nuanced differences. High degree, red copper with the metallic finish. Oh, so smooth. These feel phenomenal. Alloy, golden bronze with a duochrome finish. Ooh, this one's a little lighter in texture. Definitely apply with a finger. Oh, there we go. We got a little more saturation there. That is a beautiful color. My goodness me. Ridge, warm mustard with a matte finish. Gloaming, burnt bronze umber with a duochrome finish. I think this has like a pink flip in it. I can't really tell. I'm bad at describing shades anyway. Thank goodness these descriptions are here. Palladium, pinkish taupe with the metallic finish. Oh, this reminds me of Rose Venus from Pat, but pink taupe is like my jam. I love it so much. Bliss, golden greenish pink with a duochrome finish. Oh, I am feeling some Rose Venus vibes. Except this is a different texture altogether. So interesting to see how that translates on the eyes. Silk, foiled champagne with the metal. Wow. That is foiled indeed. That is shiny. Woo, that's shiny. And lastly, we have beach. Warm light sand with a matte finish. So here are all the swatches from the bronze eyeshadow palette. I cannot wait to dive into these shades. The mattes feel incredibly smooth and the tones are just exquisitely beautiful. And deep dive, I would have never thought it would turn out like this. That is such a unique deep brown shade. Oh my goodness me. Next up, we have the bronze cheek palette, which is the same or has the same rather mirrored finish like its eyeshadow counterpart. Actually, this is a little more goldy because it has like that double layer on the cap, top, flip, words. And here is the inside. Oh, and this actually is presenting a new formula for Natasha Denona. I think she calls it, the Bounce Cream Glow. This retails for $55 and we are looking at a suggested shelf life of 12 months. And this product is also made in Italy. Total of 15 grams, and if we were to divide that, 3.75 grams around that per pan. Could be different per pan actually because the formulas are not the same, but ballpark amount. Enhance your skin's natural beauty and discover a radiant complexion with Bronze Cheek Face Glow palette from Natasha Denona. This do-it-all face palette features 4 cream and powder shades that can be worn on cheeks, eyes, and lips for all-around sun-kissed glow. Sun-kissed glow. New words. Inspired by the iconic Sunset eyeshadow palette that's a true fan favorite. Yes, that is a classic. Alluring bronzes, creamy tans, and incandescent champagnes for bronze, blush, and highlighted skin. All shades double as eyeshadows. Amazing. Interesting, the box says 15 grams, but the details printed here on Beautylish say 12. I don't know. Ooh, new formula. Bounce Cream Glow. Sheer ivory pink with a duochrome finish. Oh wow, this is like a cream version of Iridescent Pink 003. And you can see that there's an indent here. So this is unlike anything she has in her entire collection. This does not exist in her Diamond Blush palette, nor does it exist even in the Tan Bronze and Glow Love palette and the Bloom. Those are more creams. They have more emolliency to them. This is like a moussey, bouncy texture, just as the name implies. Bounce Cream Blush. Light, cool bronze with a metallic finish. Who would have thought this will look like that? That is an interesting shade. I'm going to swatch that again. Oh, wow, that is really beautiful. Okay. Super Nude Glow. Well, the Super Glow powder is usually a little thinner in consistency. This is described to be as a soft champagne with a metallic finish. So I would definitely tap this on with my finger, or I would even use a beauty sponge that's damp so you could pick up enough product from the pan, but it will melt that beautifully into the skin. Next up, Super Glow Bronze. Rich bronze with a metallic finish. Oh, now there were concerns about this palette not being deep skin friendly. I suspected that the Bounce Cream Glow will kind of be like a Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate balm moment, where it's pretty sheer and can be layered over varying types of highlights to give it that extra pinky hue, pinky flush. Because even though it looks very white in pan, it applies pretty sheer and it has like that pink flip to it. And this will just look devastatingly beautiful on deeper skin tones as a highlight. Wow. It'll be interesting to see if someone who is deeper complected picks this up and how it shows up on them. And as I see more creators put out videos, I'll be sure to link those videos down below as I see them roll in. I will leave the lip swatches for last. Again, timestamps. I want to get into this face palette now. I cannot wait. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Why don't you come in a little closer? I am so rude. That's enough. I have my Oma Beauty foundation, as well as a little bit of the Oma as well as the Oma concealer with a little bit of the Armani Power Fabric. And shout out to Beautylish for stepping up the samples. They included a deluxe size of the Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder. How cute is this? Look, wait, hold on. Not only can you flip open the cap, look at this mini puff. Are you kidding me? Excuse me while I touch up. When I finish with this powder, which by the way, I used today under my eye to set the concealer, it is very nice. It got a mirror for one eyeball at a time, so you don't miss any of those fine lines. And also, when they were so kind to send me the Artist Collection by Wayne Goss, they included this deluxe size sample of the Amorevicha. I believe this is a refining facial polisher. This is a hefty size to try. So I'm happy to see that their samples are really stepping up. Even though they don't have a rewards program, these samples are great. Let's keep it going, Beautylish. Now I'm gonna quickly look to see if Natasha uploaded a cheek video tutorial on her YouTube. I find those tutorials to be very helpful because she then presents the ways to use her product, because since she is the makeup artist and she is the one behind the designing the formula, because she is very much into cosmetic chemistry, she gets very passionate about formulas and how she does makeup and her technique and how she can make those components align. I don't see anything on her YouTube. Let me check the Instagram. Oh, hola España. Join me live today. Excuse me. Today, 6 p.m. CET. Oh, so she probably will demo it then. Hopefully she will save it. Want to go with this new Bounce Cream Glow. Beautiful mirror included as well. I'm so sorry. I'm like filming this video assuming that everyone who sees it knows about Natasha Denona. All her face palettes have a mirror. I just love how they're constructed. They're very sturdy, and of course you see it has this plastic inlay to keep the powder separate from the cream so they don't cross-contaminate texture-wise. Putting on the Bounce Cream, you definitely see like a pink shift, so it doesn't look as white castish as it appears in pan. I'm actually going to take my Kaleidos sponge here because she actually prefers to use a sponge, and also Natasha believes in layering her highlighter product. She likes to go in with the cream first. That's why she usually includes a cream product in her face palette so that it could serve as a nice beautiful base, and then you can go in with your powder highlight. So not only will the glow be pow, but it will be more skin-like in finish. That is lovely. I love that pink shift. It's different, but I feel it's welcomed because it's something new, you know, to change up your highlighter routine, to have something else on there. This cream blush though, I am dying to know. You know what? I'm going to go in my BK Beauty. I'm actually going to take my spatula. I know it's not the same formula as, oh God, maybe not the best to do that with, because since it's a little drier in texture, it's more like a putty. So you could really manipulate it and you can see my fingerprints in there. So I lost my little nugget of product, whatever. I'm gonna take some of my finger and just place it on my cheeks. Oh, I see it, I see it. I put down the exposure because I feel natural light, it'll be very hard to see these products. They're so, oh, wrong way. Oh, I see. Oh, that's pretty. Taking my Refer flat top and just going directly in the pan and then punching it on my cheeks. What a unique color. That built up very fast. I think I applied a little too much. I underestimated the texture and I just started, look at that. That's okay. I'm looking for the sponge and I'm holding it in my hand. I'm gonna pat down with the flat edge. You know what, fam? I feel like this is a shade I might have to apply higher, like use it as a sculpting blush, if you will. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. BK Beauty 106, just to take away some of the color from the apples of my cheeks. Oh, sorry, Mr. Palette. And then concentrating more of the cream bounce, the bounce cream cheek, more here. There we go. This is a Wayne 01 from his original collection series. Yeah. The texture is amazingly skin-like. It's really nice. It melts into the skin. It doesn't look textured. The color is just incredibly unique. I don't have anything like this in my collection. Wow, that's nice. Super Glow, I'm gonna go in with the sponge because Super Glow I feel is best applied, oh my goodness me, over the pink. It's so pretty. What a lovely shade. It's like a champagne, but the texture, especially if you apply with the sponge, melts into your skin. I rather apply with the sponge to have that texture left behind. If you insist on using a brush, this is my Wayne medium artist brush from his artist collection. You can definitely whip it on. So I'm taking a little bit here more on the apples of the cheeks. You could definitely make that happen. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm gonna take my So Energy soft cheek and just kind of whisk it on top of the bounce cream blush. Oh, that's bronze, all right. Oh, I like that. Oh, I'm looking bronze. And the texture is so, it has like a pinky shift to it, this bronze. I don't know if you can see. Oh boy. I put a little too much, of course. So it's okay. Anytime you need to take away, you could just stamp away. Or if you have any leftover foundation from the brush that you use, you can then stamp some on. So here are all the products on from the Bronze Cheek Base Glow palette. Is this better than the previous ones? I don't know. If you wanted to quickly see some comparisons, here is the Tan Bronze and Glow with the current Bronze Cheek palette. Now the main difference is that the Tan Bronze and Glow has an actual bronze, powder bronze. The Super Glow is more champagne-y versus the Super Glow here, much more bronze. And the textures are different. This is the new Bounce Cream formula. These are more traditional cream. So the Glow Cream base from Tan is more of a cream. You want to see that next to, and it has a little bit of a deeper hue to it. And the Super Glow powder is like a creamy powder. So that has, it's a little more true gold versus the ones found here have like pinky hues to them. It's very interesting. And again, let's quickly show the Super Glow from Tan. Definitely more champagne-y hue versus the Super Glow shade in the bronze palette. Bloom is more pink all around, yeah? This is the Super Glow from Bloom. So you see, you could probably apply this maybe on the Bounce Glow Cream from Bronze. So I have some here to make it a little more pinky in hue. That will be a lot of fun. And also the Glow Cream base is just, again, more creamy in consistency, more pink. And the blush, forget it. The blush is nothing like the one found in the bronze palette. And here is the Love Glow Face Palette, or cheek palette, I should say. The Glow Cream base from this one might be similar. Let's see here. I'm going to put it right next to the bronze one. No, it's still more pinky in hue, but it has like a nice iridescent finish to it. Really nice luminosity to the face. The Glow Impact Powder, this one is more like champagne pink versus the one found in Bloom is more truer pink. Interesting, the Super Glow Nude kind of reminds me of the Glow Impact Powder. Actually, no, maybe not. This is more peachy versus the one found in Love. Definitely more leaning pink. And the Diamond Powder, this is the, I think, only mini face palette that Natasha included a diamond powder in. This one's a little tricky to work with. I mean, you can see the texture, and that this, I feel, specifically very much best applied with a wet sponge, a damp sponge rather, because since it is drier in texture, I think the moisture will help press these pigments in. But I still feel overall the Love palette to be very different from the bronze, and mostly I feel people were concerned with any similarities found in tan. The standout difference is that the bronze palette has that different texture, the bounce, versus the tan has the more traditional creams. And of course you got a bronze powder, which does not exist in the bronze palette. Funny. But these two together, oh my goodness me. Forget it. While we're here, why don't we put on some bronzer while we're here? Taking my large Artist Wayne brush, is right here over everything. Looking real bronzed. All right, fam, we got the face products on. Let's prep these lids and get into this palette. See you in a minute. And why not come even more closer? That's enough. On the lids, I have the Hourglass Veil Eye Primer. That has been my favorite. Comparisons we'll make after the demo. I hope you don't mind, friends. I gotta go in with Suntan. Or do we want to go in with Beach? Or Ridge? You know what? Let's do Ridge. I want to try out this mustard with my Sonia G Detail Pro. Going in rich from the get. This has kickback. The powder is fairly soft, but very creamy on the skin. That definitely applies deeper than how it appears in pan. And I'm using a fairly fluffy brush. I want to try Sundown. Definitely a more muted yellow. Here are the two shades together. I think this is definitely more orange. This is definitely a little more muted. Applies beautifully. I love the shade. Reference number 15 was Suntan. Gonna tap that on the outer V. This is a beautiful shade. Man, oh man. That applied lovely. You could still see both shades distinctly. It just has a beautiful gradient. Magma, same brush. Going in on Sundown. Definitely more red for sure. So here are both eyes with the different shades on. You can see Suntan is more of a softer, maybe more appropriate for everyday smoke. And Magma just has that like fiery undertone to it. And when paired with Sundown, the yellow is like, I guess you could say it's like ketchup and mustard on my eyes. So this definitely has a little more of impact. Let's take a look at Beach. I want to apply Beach right here under this lash line. That will be probably easy to pair Beach with Suntan or Deep Dive. I think I want to put on Deep Dive on this eye. Magma, the color here, I want to now put under this lash line. Wayne Goss 26S, my little synthetic eyeshadow brush. Now with Deep Dive. I'm going to carefully punch that on this outer core. Oh, okay. The premise behind Natasha insisting using this formula for darker shades is because since it is lighter than a traditional powder, that she felt that the consumer will feel less intimidated using deeper shades with this formula because it's lighter and easier to blend. Oh my goodness, but look how this is a very unique deep brown. It's almost like a purple brown. Place here some of the outer part of my lash line. Just whipping some of the, got a little fallout because if you do pack your brush, you might get some on your face, but I would suggest that maybe you do your face makeup after your eyes. That is a beautiful color. I definitely went overboard. I underestimated the richness of the shade. Going in with a little bit of suntan to just, you know, blur out the edges. Chikuhodo AF5, this is a synthetic flat, and I just want to see deep dive as like a liner situation. Instead of blending it on my outer V, maybe we could just pull it along the lash line. Oh, that's pretty. That has really good slide on the lash line, but it looks so rich on the lid. Creating a little bit of smoke here. Oh, that's pretty. What a lovely color. Good to know you could use this on the lash line if you wish to not use a pencil. You could even do less and just apply it right here on the outer part of the lid. But not bad at all. I have to go with Palladium. I do. I think this is the pink taupe. Oh my god. That is so pretty. I can't. Taking my Smith 253 brush just to be a little precise. I have to go back over deep dive again. Taking it on the lid. Pulling it right under the crease. Rhodium. How would that look on the inner corner? Maybe too purpley? Not bad. It might be a little too deep for me as an inner corner highlight, but will be fabulous on the lid. Taking Bliss. Using the edge of the brush right on the inner part of my lower lash line. It has like that pink gold flip to it with a little bit of the green in there. And you can see there's like a line moment going on with that pigment. Absolutely gorgeous. True Bronze. True Bronze definitely with this side. Oh, that's pretty. This is definitely one of the more drier of the textures. Maybe more appropriate as layering over another shade, but the shine on this is kind of insane, I gotta say. I'm just bringing it a little higher towards the crease, and I let it scatter over deep dive because I think that's just a beautiful transition. I want to take Gloaming and place it on the juncture of Deep Bronze and Deep Dive. True Bronze. True Bronze. Oh, what a pretty transition. I like that a lot. That was a good choice. Let's go in with Silk. Let me go in with my Esum S33 because this shade has a lot of texture to it. Make sure. Oh my goodness me. That is gorgeous. Going in with the Bronze Face palette and using the Bounce Glow Cream as my highlight for the inner corner. So it has that beautiful pink shift. I'm actually going to put some on Rhodium to make it, there we go. So it could be a little lighter. But now since we layered the two, it has more like a purpley pink hue. You know what I'm saying? All right, here are both eye looks. I try to apply as many shades as possible because I know I usually do 4 in my review videos. I'll do 2 more looks in my live chat and do 4 looks in another Natasha Denona video that's just completely dedicated to the bronze palette. How does that sound? Otherwise, this video will be 1,000 years long. With that said, let's put on some lashes and try on these glosses and get into these eyeshadow palette comps. And here's a wide shot of both looks. I feel this is like a mixture between sunset and gold. And I have to grab my gold. I don't even know where my gold palette is. Hold on. Here is the sunset palette, and you can see that there are similarities in terms of the tones that exist in the mattes and the metallics here. I feel this is more red orange versus bronze being, as the name implies, more bronze. And with the gold palette, you have some yellow gold hues in here as well. I think it still remains cooler overall, and I much prefer the matte shades in bronze versus the one in gold. But before we get into swatching those comparisons, I wanted to quickly show you the Lip-oh-phoria glosses. These are a gloss and balm hybrid. I think this is their first time they're premiering this collection. The limited edition Lip-oh-phoria and gloss bombs from Natasha Denona's bronze collection. These are sold on a bundle on Beautylish as well as singles if you like just 1 or 2 colors. Pamper and refresh your lips with Natasha Denona Lip-oh-phoria gloss and balm. The unique balm gloss hybrid reawakens dry chapped lips while adding vibrant color and super juicy shine. The deeply hydrating formula promotes collagen production for plumping and smoothing effects instantly over time. Get the appearance of younger, fuller, and perfectly defined lips with long-lasting crystal-like brilliance. Okay, the bundle is $78. Individually, these cost $26. I do have the box here so we can get some details. Suggested shelf life 18 months, also made in Italy. Total product amount, we're looking at 4 milliliters or 0.13 fluid ounces of product. Now, I actually had it on throughout the video, and lasting power is okay. It does have that minty feel. I kind of hope she wouldn't include it in the new hybrid formula, because she did include it in her original Lip-oh-phoria shades that released with her Love collection. These are more like a traditional gloss, but the Balm gloss sounds fun. And here is Tan Nude, sheer tan with a high shine finish. Chestnut is a sheer chestnut with a high shine finish. This feels a little more gritty than Tan Nude. I could feel the sparkles more in this shade versus the one here. Not too bad though. It's not super gritty, but I feel there's a distinct difference between the two, and it's probably because Chestnut has a lot more sparkle in there than Tan Nude does. And here's Tan Nude popped right on top of Chestnut. And I love these two colors together because the Tan Nude gives a little more dimension to the lips, but Chestnut on its own is a beautiful shade, just very luscious and caramelly. And Caramel is a sheer caramel with a high shine finish. This is a beautiful shade. Wow. I love the tone. With this eye look, oh my goodness. And just for kicks, let's try on Chestnut, like right here. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Again, they're minty, which I'm not particularly crazy about, but I'll take one for the team for these shades. All right, let's get into these comparisons because I know we're dying to see them. Now, immediately I think of some shades that exist in Biba with the metallics, some shades that exist in gold. Let's start with Magma. Gonna put that over here. We got Pasha from Biba. It's a little more burgundy in hue. Volcano from Sunset, I think a little more brown. Both Clove and Jasper from Sunrise. Clove is more maroon, more burgundy, and Jasper just orange compared to Magma. Let's see Suntan. Here we go. Here is Teak from Gold, more cooler in tone. Tamarin from Safari I think will pair up better with Sundown. That's a lot more muted. We got Carnelian and Citrine from Sunrise. These are just straight up yellow. Marigold, yellow. And here's the yellow from Sunset. It's like more paler. Pale. I feel the shade that might match up with Suntan, not necessarily a matte. I feel it might just be a metallic shade. I mean, that still looks a little more neutral in tone. This though reminds me of, if I go back into bronze, kind of reminds me of Gloaming and Palladium. So here is Gloaming. That has a little more red warmth to it. And then Palladium is this pink taupe that is just outrageously beautiful. So that's a little cooler in tone. True Bronze, I want to compare with the bronze shades in gold because these I feel, especially with Oro, which is like the standout yellow gold in here, as well as Sparks, Alchemist. Let's see here. I'm going to do this column. I'm going to bring it down. So that's next to True Bronze. Definitely more champagne-y. Oro, more yellow gold. And then we have this one here. Kind of similar, except I feel True Bronze still has a little more, there's like a duochrome in there versus this one's more of like true metallic. It's almost like a pinky bronze compared to the bronze found in gold. And with Sunrise, I would say maybe Agate or Dayspring. I think Agate is more champagne-like, and then Dayspring might have a similar feel. Yeah, that might be more similar to what's in bronze in terms of like that pinky bronze hue. This is True Copper from bronze. I just want to get it next to Dayspring. So that has a little more warmth to it. You can see there's a little more orange there. This is a little more muted. I'm going to do Alloy, see how that looks with all the golden bronze we have here. That's definitely more yellow. We got Sundazed from Sunset. That's like a golden, like a true light gold. I feel more traditionally gold than Oral found in the gold, bronze, gold, Sunset. Now we have Abode This is such a beautiful color. It's so shiny. This, I feel, might be closely related to Dayspring from Sunrise. In terms of maybe True Copper is similar to Abu. Going back into True Bronze, that's the first one we swatched. I think this one is actually, this has a duochrome situation going on. This has a lot more body to it. This is a lot lighter in texture found in bronze. Again though, fam, if you're worried about the dupes, then don't get bronze. I will still get bronze because the curation is just outrageous. I love the shades that she included in here. It's just so beautiful. And Deep Dive, I mean, I'm gonna do it on my arm like this. Deep Dive is incredibly unique. Where are we gonna find a shade like that? First of all, the other dark browns in her palettes are all traditional creamy powder mattes. So this is from Gold. That's like cooler in tone. We don't got any dark browns in Sunrise. We got them here. Here's from Sunset. This is the cooler out of all of them because the Volcano is more red. So that's definitely still different from Deep Dive. And we go into Safari. Maybe Shea. I think Voodoo might be the most close because Voodoo has like that purple undertone, which I detect in Deep Dive. Deep Dive definitely has like that brown plummy hue that I feel is just so unique and one of my most favorite shades to have as a defining shade. And then we have Shea, which I think just from looks alone is more traditionally like a warm brown. And Metropolis, I feel like Metropolis, maybe this shade here is closely related to Beach. So here is that tan shade from Metropolis, and here is Beach from the Bronze palette. Oh, Beach is like more brown, like a peachy type of a light brown. Ooh, that's pretty. I can't wait to use this palette again when I do the multi-look videos. Ooh, it's gonna be so much fun. Rhodium, this silvery purple type of a deal. I think this is standalone, fam. I mean, the shade that I thought about was Aster in Sunrise, but Aster is more of like a truer purple duochrome situation. Like it's a little more pinky in tone. And then in Love has like that light lavender cream to matte formula that I feel is still not quite the same as Rhodium. So you got Dream from Love here. I'm gonna put that next to, yeah, it's a different color. This is like a duochrome with the silver flip. And these shades in here, I feel are just completely different than what exists in the Bronze palette. All in all, do you need the Bronze palette? Do you need the Bronze cheek palette? Do you need the lip glosses? No. But what I will say, from all the minis that she has released, the Sunrise, the Love, and now the Bronze is definitely my favorite. And this is still very much a first impressions. I did not fully utilize the palette. We just did 2 looks, although I tried to use as many shades as possible. Like we didn't use Beach and we didn't use High Degree. Again, I will do a video dedicated to looks so I can make sure this video is not too crazy long. It's probably going to be long anyway, but what are you going to do? I absolutely love my looks. I think they're daily friendly, but with some pizzazz because of just the tones for these metallics and duochromes. I think are just so special, and the choice that she made for the mattes, incredible. And I know I'm on cloud 9 right now because I just tried it again. I just dipped into it, but I just love bronze. I do. I love the neutrals. I love the dark brown. Deep Dive is exquisite. The cheek palette I really like. I love that blush shade that I was not even ready for. Like the way it appears in the palette, no way I would have thought it would have appeared. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff on now, but initially when I applied this shade, I was like, really? Am I Is this the same blush? And this is absolutely beautiful. That iridescent pink flip that you could layer over another highlighter of your choice if you wanted a layer over a powder or a cream, because I think the bounce formula makes it very versatile for you to choose what other textures you wish to layer this on versus the more emollient cream that exists in her previous cheek palettes. The more emollient, the trickier it can become because you could run the risk of it breaking apart a powder product if you decided to start with a powder highlighter first. I feel you don't have to worry about that texture when using the bounce cream, and hopefully she could include more bounce cream formulas in future face palettes because we know she's going to make more, okay? Even though I can't use this as a highlighter, it's nice to know I can use it as like a shimmery bronzer, because although it is a glow powder, it's very smooth and not textured. And it's something, as I mentioned with eyeshadows, how people insist on starting with a matte on their crease. You could go in with a shimmer on your crease. You could use a shimmery bronzer on your face. Now, while I understand there might be more texture that exists on your face versus what exists on your eyelids, and why one might steer away from using a shimmery texture bronzer on their complexion, but if you could get away with it, why not? Like, to give that glow effect on the face and to layer it over another bronzer of your choice. I really like this cheek palette. I think it's exquisite. I love the shades in here. This glow powder, the Glow Nude, is just beautiful. It's so lightweight. You could apply as much as you like. You could apply with your finger, you could apply with a damn sponge. You could definitely get away with it with the brush as you saw in the demo, but I just love pressing this type of texture in. And like Tasha said, you could, Tasha, I'm giving her nicknames now, you could tap it on your lip because you could use this on your lip. So, well, look at that. Whew, so that is it, friends. First impressions of Natasha Denona's bronze collection. I think it is a hit. Could I change my mind? Possibly. But from using everything now on this video and looking at all the comparisons with both the eyeshadow palettes and her face, cheek, and glow palettes, this is a really beautiful curation and I feel very summer appropriate. I would love to see deeper skin tones use the face palette, and that's why I think it's really helpful if we could just share each other's videos, because I know I'm only one reference, right? If my friend Shay was here, I would slap this on her face so fast just to give you guys another reference for a deeper complexion. This freaking eyeshadow palette, just the look of it, I mean, the aesthetic of it, it's just my wheelhouse. Like, and you know I love my blues and my greens and my pinks and my shiny this and shiny that. At the end of the day, this is just beautiful. And you might be thinking Supreme News. I think about it as well. Maybe Supreme News is like the edited version of Sunrise if you want something a little more low-key, if you feel a lot of these textures are not for you. Maybe we can do a comparison video just dedicated to comparing Supreme News with the bronze eyeshadow palette. But the bronze eyeshadow palette for me has a little more punch and pizzazz because of the duochromes and different hues of copper and bronze and the pinky taupe, fam. I'm sorry. The pinky taupe is just beautiful. And I love the glosses. I'm not crazy about mint. I do think Pat's glosses are a touch better in terms of you not feeling the sparkle. They're a little smoother in feel, but I actually do prefer this Balm Hybrid over Natasha's own gloss formula. So maybe she will do more Balm Hybrids in the future. I love the trio of shades. Definitely shades I would wear all summer long. Is this? Forget it. Hopefully this video helped, fam. Let me know down below if you already picked up some of the collection, the entire collection, if you're still thinking about it. Let me know of any questions you might have. And until then, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another tutorial, review, first impressions, Natasha Denona. Get ready with me or nightly live chit chat. Take care, and I will see you again soon.